Good evening, parents and family. Welcome to our special back to school night. I know it's a little different, but hopefully it'll be just as informative as if we were in school in the actual building. I am Ms. Valles, and I teach Spanish 3 and I teach AP Spanish here at West Ranch. If you have any questions at any time or concerns, please feel free to email me at avalles@heartdistrict.org, and I will do my best to return your email within 24 hours. This is Spanish 3, so let me just be able to click on this. Hopefully you can see my screen. Spanish 3 is an intermediate course, and it provides students with skills needed to be a little bit more fluent in Spanish, and we focus more on the mastery of grammar and vocabulary concepts. We do a little bit of reading, but it's not like we're reading books or anything like that. We're reading maybe short stories or small articles, news articles, things like that. Oops, wrong way. Sorry. Okay, textbooks. We will have the Descubre Tres and Descubre Tres workbook. The VHL is a website that the students use to practice, to review grammar concepts. There's videos, there are tutorials on there. On occasion, they may take quizzes and tests from the actual website as well. The workbook, usually we have a workbook that the students are using, but right now we are using the online workbook instead, which works better. The textbook, they actually have access to an online textbook as well as the one that they should have at home. So whatever works best, okay? But VHL, the website is really, really helpful. It has grammar tutorials. If they didn't understand a concept when we were online, they have that tutorial that they can watch. They can pause it, they can rewatch it, etc., etc. And it's it has flashcards as well, help them review the vocabulary. So it's a pretty helpful website. Oh, did I? I'm going backwards. Okay. Class procedures. Okay, so students are required to sign into Google Classroom on a daily basis so they can see what assignments they're missing or they need to do or they need to make up. The class will meet via Zoom on a daily basis, and attendance will be taken in the beginning of the class. I will let them in as they arrive in the waiting room, and they must be present, be on camera, and participate. Okay, so we require them to please be on camera and with their actual name, their full first and last name. Tests and quizzes will be given at the end of the chapter or unit. Quizzes will be given to them on both dealing with vocabulary or maybe one or two grammar concepts, but not a whole lot, so they can actually study and just focus on that one concept. Speaking and listening will be also part of our class activities. I have them speaking at least twice a week, so hopefully they do it through various ways. Whether we do Zoom meetings, we do announcements, they may go into Zoom groups and then have a little conversation there. So those are the different types of activities that they will be working on. Learning a language is a little bit challenging. I'm not going to say it's hard, but I'm not going to say it's easy or anything like that, but it's a doable thing. They could take notes, they practice and review vocabulary daily, study lessons and review. Exposure to the language as much as possible. They should be asking questions, and we are available for help during our flex time, which is after lunch. So if the students need help, they should contact us, and then we can maybe meet with them, and we can kind of help them out with whatever it is that they're having trouble with. We have websites that will give the students some authentic reading materials. The paperboard.com, naciones.com, El Mundo es, bbcmundo.com, elpaís.com. These sources are full of information. They have the cultural aspect. They have just the daily news that's happening right now, current events that are happening around the world. And they're not necessarily that difficult to read. They can probably do a lot more. They actually can read and understand more than they think they do. Okay. Um, Keep doing that. Okay, so the sources of authentic listening would be like CNN en Español or BBC Mundo, which is like the British website, Nuevos Horizontes, and Naciones Unidas, which is the United Nations website. And these also have things that they could listen to, like short videos, and that's another way to expose themselves to the language. They can also watch movies, and they can also watch a lot. There's lots of things available now on TV via Netflix or streaming, anything like that. They can watch YouTube. So they actually have access to a lot of resources for listening. Okay, let's see. For success, okay. Students must take an active part in their own learning. They must put forth their greatest effort, and they must be respectful to all. Um, if the students are having issues with the Zoom or technology, so forth, it is important that they notify us, that they let us know. They should be their own advocate and ask for the things that they need. They should let us know if they're missing certain things, if they don't have access to the website for now, or whatever it is that they're struggling with. They should please let us know as soon as possible, because then maybe we can intervene and we can maybe help and do what we need to do. The other thing I did want to talk about is asynchronous learning and synchronous learning. Synchronous learning is when it's happening in current time, and that's the way we're meeting. However, in case there's issues with the online I don't know, connection, then we might have to go with asynchronous learning where the students are given certain assignments and they're due at a certain time. And then that's the best thing that we can do for that moment. But please know that we are doing synchronous learning where we are actually in class with our students during a given amount of time. Okay, so I hope this was very informative. I hope you're having a good evening so far. And I wish you well, and I know together we're going to have a good year. We're doing our very best that we can for our students and for the families. So I look forward to meeting you in person one day. And I think with that, I'll say have a good night and goodbye.